Shiv Shankar, Shivoham to you all. Welcome to the call. Rais, Rajendra, good evening and Shivoham to you. I can see Bisham coming on and off, Siva, Samita, and the rest of you whom I am not able to see, but many of you are on the call today. I hope to see you all and greet you all and wish you all. So with that note, today we are on a very interesting topic for enlightenment. It is a very, very important topic. Yoga Narasimhan, welcome to the call. Raju, GVK Raju, and Girish. Many newcomers have suddenly come to the call. Sudeep, I hope I greet. So my friends, who dies? Will you die? So let me ask Karthik. Karthik, will you die?
Sir, I will die.
You will die?
Not when the time comes.
Obviously, when the time comes. I'm not asking you what to do. I'm not asking whether something is going to happen in the call now. I'm asking, will you die? So, Muthulanand, what do you think, Mr. Muthulanand? Will you die? He didn't expect me to ask the question. So, Muthulanand, will you die? Will you die?
My body dies.
Good. Thank you. Thank you for adding to the point.
Yes.
So today, the question that came up and we sent out is every body dies. Karthik, you will not die, Karthik. Only your body will die. Okay? But does the me, the mind and ego also die? So does the mind and ego also die? Ashok Chotwani, does the mind and ego die?
Unfulfilled karma will take new birth.
So my mind and ego will die or it will not die?
No, they will not die, sir.
Good. Thank you. Kumar Swami, will the mind and ego die? No, he's saying no need of, or I'm, my face only saying no. Okay. So the Shiva Shankar, does the mind and ego die? What do you think? So you're not unmuted. Okay. So this is a challenge. We can't hear you, Shiva Shankar. We can't hear you. So a lot of people get a little confused. Correct? What is the confusion? The confusion is who dies. Like Karthik said, of course I die. You ask anybody in the outside world, will you die? What they'll say? Of course I will die. Of course, everybody, Karthik is not wrong. Anybody, Karthik, you go and ask anybody, will you die? Of course I will die. Of course I will die.
But they are not in the realization of soul, sir.
Good. So the point is today that we are discussing is that is the I will never die. Who is this I will never die? We are referring to, in one stage, the mind and ego. The mind and ego, who said it? The mind and ego will be reborn in a new body. The mind and ego doesn't die. But if you want to reach the spiritual enlightenment, if you want to reach the ultimate, then mind and ego also must die. When does mind and ego die? Anybody? When does the mind and ego die?
In the God's realization only it will die, sir.
Correct. When there is God realization, Kumar Swami, you are right. When we realize, I am not the body that dies. I am not even the mind and ego. Then only the mind and ego will die. Because otherwise the mind and ego will not die. The mind and ego will come back again and again and again and again. Actually, Kumar Swami, you are right. The mind and ego doesn't die. It dissolves.
Yes.
The mind, it doesn't, it's not actually called death. That's why, well, some of you are making your conclusions. The mind and ego, we may call it death. We may call it mind and ego death. But in reality, the body dies. We can see the body. Can somebody tell me? Now, we are twisting the question many times. Who would like to say Why the mind and ego does not die? Who will tell me? Or it will die, who will tell me? Who wants to attempt?
Guruji,
Guruji, yes. Who's this Guruji? Kiran? Bolo. Bolo
if our,
Guruji.
if our karmas are not settled, good and bad karmas are not redeemed, then mind and ego, which were alive in the dead body, takes birth at the time of birth of a new body.
Correct.
The body
So
is
does it-
born with new.
So Kiran, does the mind and ego die or does not die?
It doesn't die.
But when you realize God, what happens when you realize God?
That is when one is enlightened. Then
So
only
then-
that is possible.
Then the mind ego die or does not die?
Then it will die. Then we are one with God.
But does the mind and ego die or doesn't die?
No, when we are enlightened, it doesn't die.
Then
It
what
does.
happens to where it goes?
It merges with the God.
The mind and ego.
We are free from the birth and death cycle.
Correct. We are asking what happens to mind and ego. Does it die or does not die?
It dies.
Your mind
When
is
we are one with God, we are not taking birth again, then it is dead.
okay. So good. So you understand how your mind is going, right? Your mind is going one side, second side, third side. Anybody wants to say something more on this? Does the mind and ego die? Does it die? Anybody wants to come online?
Shivoham,
Shivoham, Girish.
mind and ego are mithya. From the ultimate standpoint, they never exist. So the question of birth and death does not arise.
Excellent. So you got the right answer from our Guruji. So today Guruji is Girish. Girish Guruji. So I have to say Shivoham Guruji. So Kiran, did you get what our Guruji told now? You'll all agree this point? Kumar Swami, you agree? You don't agree? Mind and ego, we can say it dies. Kumar Swami, pay attention. But mind and ego does not exist. Mind and ego is mithya. Where is the question of mind and ego dying? It does not exist. How it can die? Anybody wants to argue on this point? How it can die? It will cease.
Sir,
It will cease to exist, but it will not die.
Sir.
Now, yes, Kumar Swami, tell
Okay.
me.
regarding this, I want to talk. See, actually, the ego is depending on our memory. Okay? On the base of the memory only, ego has been created.
Okay.
But memory will dissolve after your karmas, total karmas burn only, that it will dissolve.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
Understood? So, until or unless if your karmas burn, that ego and the mind will be there. So first it has to be burn the karmas, then the memory will dissolve, then ego will dissolves in the God.
Agree. Agree. 100% agree. But Kumar Swami, this is a technical matter. Please pay attention to this technical matter. Body will die or not? Body will die.
Yes.
And we always say mind and ego will die when we realize God. That also we agree. So this point also is correct. Mind and ego will die when we realize God. But when we go forward in the journey of realization and enlightenment, Kumar Swami, that mind and ego will cease to exist. It will not die because it doesn't exist. It is mithya. It is not there. It is an illusion. Are you getting,
Agreed, sir.
the point?
What I mean to say is the ego is developed on the basis of the memory. In the memory,
No
your
doubt.
past karmas also is there. So along
No
with
doubt.
the memory only, it will dissolve. Along with
So
the
what you
memory
say is
only,
correct.
I will dissolve.
What you're saying is very correct. I only want the group to understand a point that today we have come to the level. I hope you are, because we have to move forward. We have to move forward. The question
Yes.
is, where is the mind? Where is the mind you cannot find? Where is that ego fellow? Where is that fellow telling I? Who is that I? Come here, come on. Who is that I fellow? Come here.
Marciana cancelling the short loan.
There is no I. There, if there was an I, then that I can die. But there is no I. I is mithya. It's like a rainbow. It's just like saying, can the rainbow come inside my house? How the rainbow can come inside my house? The rainbow is just an appearance. It doesn't, how can the rainbow come inside? It may appear one day if the sunlight comes in the house and it appear, but rainbow cannot come inside my house. The rainbow may appear to be inside my house, but the rainbow is mithya. So this is very important in the journey of enlightenment. This is very important in the journey of realization. Because what is the biggest challenge, my dear friends? What is the biggest challenge? The big challenge is to realize that we are not the body. Our biggest challenge is to realize we are not the mind and not the ego. How to realize this? It is so difficult to realize. It is so difficult to realize. But it is relatively easy. All of you can become masters to teach people that you're not the body. Just two simple things: birth, death. Anybody in your house should be able to understand. When body dies, I leave the body. If my name is John, John is gone. John is gone. That is why I will burn John. Not John, John's body. Very easy to understand. When was John born? John might have been born the day he was given the name, but 9 months before he was created as one cell. So my dear friends, it is so important to, in this journey, how do you go from knowledge to realization? This is what we are trying to do today. We are trying to go from knowledge to realization. It's not easy. You may contemplate on something 100 times, 1,000 times, but you may not get the answer. How do you go from knowledge to realization? By realizing I am not this body. By realizing I am not the mind and ego, me. I am Atma. I am Paramatma. So with that note, I would like to, it's a very interesting question. And if you all have still questions, please ask me, because today this will be a priority. So if you have questions, please ask me. May I request administrator to start the question, please?
Dattatray.
Yes, sir. Dattatray. Shivam, sir.
Shivam to all. Sir, God is like a light, sun, and Maya like a shadow. So why it is getting shadow? क्योंकि ईश्वर है एक. One person told me when God meets us, he has no shadow. किसी रूप में अगर भगवान मिलते हैं हमें, तो उनका शैडो नहीं होता.
तो फिर
हाँ, तो ये शैडो क्यों होता है? हमारे जो माया है, शैडो यानी जो नहीं है वो
शैडो कैसे आता है दत्तात्रेय? How shadow comes?
हाँ हाँ, how shadow comes, yes.
When there is light. See, can you see? In front of me there is light. Can you see? You cannot see.
Yes. Hi, yes, I am seeing.
No, you cannot see the light. No. Can you? Now light is off.
Correct.
Now, okay. Can you see the bulb? You cannot see the bulb.
No.
Okay. But now I am putting an object in front of the light bulb. What you are seeing on my face now?
Shadow.
Shadow. When the shadow will come? When we put an object in front of a light. Correct? You agree?
Yes.
When we put an object in front of light, you get a shadow.
Correct.
Now, God is not a form. God is Prakash. God is everywhere, in everything.
Yes.
So the question of God having shadow does not arise. Why that person telling you God come in front of me? No, where is God? God is already in mind. God is everywhere.
Yes.
So what happens is when people like that tell us, unfortunately, they have not realized. Correct? So you should not worry about, see what happens is, what is our goal, Dattatreya? Our goal.
God realization.
Yeah. is to take out this shadow. How to take out the shadow? Tell me. You take out the shadow by taking out all objects. You
Yes.
remove all the objects that are coming in front of you. The objects should disappear because all you see is Satyam Shivam Sundaram. You see Aham Brahmasmi, Shivoham Shivoham. So in that case, that shadow which appears in the normal time will disappear because you are
Very
not
nice.
seeing the objects. You are seeing through the objects. Of course, I'm talking spiritual language. But in the samsara, if any object comes in front of light, in front of the sun, what eclipse happened? What is eclipse?
Shadow. The moon is coming between earth and sun.
So what happens in the light? The moon comes, object comes. Just know how they see. Just like the object comes like this, correct?
Yes.
And that shadow falls on the earth, and then we are not able to see. Sometimes we can see the outer ring of the sun. Some different solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, all these different eclipses. So my request now, Dattatreya, in this journey of enlightenment and self-realization, the lot of distractions which will take us away. Sometimes I tell Sudeep, very often Sudeep will read some scripture and he will come and tell me, oh, I read like this, like this, like this. Kiran will come and say, I read in Viveka Chudamani. Kiran will say, I read like this, like this, like this. Then I say, why you are reading all these things? Because if you are reading too many things and you are getting confused, then you are only going away from the main path. Why you want to go away from the main path?
No.
Don't take, of course, any spiritual question which you don't understand, we should discuss it. I mean, that's why we are having Ask It.
Correct.
But you should not go away in the wrong path. Why? If you go away in the wrong path, then you are missing Satchidananda. You are missing that state of Satyam Shivam Sundaram. That is the goal, to be in Ananda all the time.
Yes.
Thank you, Dattatreya. Next, Administrator.
Alok.
Yes, Alok, you have a question? Alok.
He says, if mind does not exist, what comes first, mind or matter?
If mind does not exist, what comes first, mind or matter? Mind and matter are both manifestations of the divine. Nothing comes first or second. This is just like asking the question, what came first, chicken or egg? Alok, tell me answer, Alok. What came first, chicken or egg? Can you give me the answer?
What I'm asking you, I mean, what comes first, mind or matter?
No, mind and matter are both simultaneous manifestations of the divine. Mind is mithya. Mind is what just so you see what the Dattatreya brought a beautiful example. Now we understand from that. Mind is only a shadow. Mind is only a subtle existence. The
Let's say if you want to create something, before we create some, let's say if an artist wants to create something, how does he create it? With having no mind or having matter first and then mind? I mean, how does the creation happen for an artist?
You need both, right? You need three things. For artist to create something, you need the artist. You need the material. You need the canvas and the paint. And you need the ability to paint. The mind, not only the mind. If you have the mind, but if your mind doesn't give signal to the hand to paint, how will it paint?
That's my question again. So if mind doesn't exist, then how can he create?
The mind is mithya. Alok, the mind is mithya, means it appears to exist. It's like a dream. The dream is not real, but the dream is there. Are we there, Alok? The mind is there, but it is mithya. It is there in as much as it is just a shadow. The shadow also exists. But can you catch a shadow? You can't catch a shadow.
Again, it comes to the same question. What comes first, mind or matter? Because
when you're saying mind or matter, what do you mean by matter in this case?
Like for what I believe is that for anything to be created, the mind the thought has to be there. The idea has to be there, then creation happens. If there's no idea, there's no mind, there's no thought, the creation can never happen.
So where does the mind come? From where does the mind come?
everything comes from the divine. That's
Not that.
everything comes from the
Can
divine.
can the mind
Or-
exist? Can the mind exist in thin air?
Look,
Can-
everything, the internal and the external is manifestation of the divine. I mean, Krishna says this in the Gita. I'm the internal and external of manifestation. So
So the
when you say the mind cease to exist, then again the contradiction happens that what comes first, mind or matter? That's my point.
See, as I said, this is a question of chicken and egg.
Exactly.
For the mind to appear, the brain should be there, the body should be there, or can the mind exist without the body?
The mind can exist without the body.
Tell me
That's
how.
only-
Give me
like
one
there is-
example where the mind can exist without the body. Can you give me an example?
Sorry, the body has to be there for the mind. Sorry, my mistake.
So then you got the answer, right?
Yeah, but again, yes, when you say the mind doesn't exist, then again it's a question of how does
The
creation
mind-
happen then?
Look, if you're only casting the isolated question, mind or matter, for the mind to appear, matter has to be there. Mind cannot appear in thin air. Unless there is the matter, mind cannot appear, although both are manifestations. But you need the matter to be present, because, for example, can mud appear in the pot without the pot? You need the pot for the mud to appear.
Absolutely.
So like that, can the ocean appear as a wave without the wave?
The ocean is part of the wave, right?
No, the wave is part of
Wave
the
is
ocean.
part of the ocean, or vice versa.
So what I'm saying is the wave appears from the wave is the effect. Ocean is the cause, right? The mind is mithya. And in ultimate reality, even matter is mithya. Do you know matter also is mithya, or you don't understand matter is mithya?
Everything is mithya. If you look at the whole cosmos is mithya, if you look at it that way.
Then what is even scientists agree? Not you and me. Scientists agree everything is energy.
Exactly.
So then there's no question left. The question disappears.
That is true. If you look at it that way, yes. But when you look at let's say if you're talking about the mind exists as much as matter exists. If you say that everything is mithya, then everything is mithya. If you say that one is mithya, one is not, then fine. I mean, nothing seems to. Then that's where the contradiction happens. Like today, physics also say, quantum physics also say, everything comes through a thought and imagination. Everything is created from there. We are also, even that thought has energies. Today we talk about, let's say, affirmations or whatever. That also has energy. Today, Buddhist people, they talk about energy.
So I think you as you're talking, the answer is coming out very clearly that Prabhu hi ek satya, baki jag mithya. Everything is energy. Everything in this world is nothing but divine energy. That is the concluding answer.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, Alok. Administrator, next question.
Kumaraswamy.
Kumar Swami, sir.
Guruji Shivam.
Shivam, sir.
Sir, my question is here. In the self-realized person, self-enlightened person, the total karmas will dissolve, or some karmas will be left. This is number one point. Second point is, first, okay, sir. For self-realized person, I'm talking about for self-realized person, the total karmas will be dissolved, or he will take rebirth or not.
So what is the meaning of
Self-realized person, he will take.
Okay. What is the meaning of self-realized person?
Self-realized means I am Atma, I am not body and mind. I am in that state, I realized it. So if after that I have died after some time, so I will take rebirth or not.
So a self-realized person is one who has clearly realized, I am not the body, I am not the mind and ego, me, I am the divine soul. Correct? So
Okay. Yes.
Suppose you realize I am not Kumar Swami. I am not Kumar Swami. I am not the mind and ego of Kumar Swami. I am just the Atma that is in Kumar Swami. Clear?
Yes.
Now,
Up to that is called self-realization.
Correct. So will such a person still have karma? Will such a person-
What was he, when he realized,
Yeah.
when he self-realized, when he realized that day onwards, karma will not be there. Okay.
Because he
The
because
previous
he
karmas
rea-
will be there.
because he has
previous
realized,
karmas-
Kumar Swami, he will not create any new karma. Agreed?
Agreed.
Now
That
you
is
ask.
okay.
Now you will answer the
Agreed.
question. You are the Guruji, so you will answer the question now. Ready? I'm going to get the answer from you.
No,
No, wait. You will listen
Okay,
to my
sir.
question. You will listen to my question and you will give the answer. Please listen to my question. Now, Kumar Swami is self-realization over. But Mr. Kumar Swami of United States of America is alive. And the mind and ego of Kumar Swami is also alive. Can they face the karma of the past? They can face that. Can that USA Kumar Swami, can he face karma of the past or no?
He has to face.
Then so
Past
you-
karmas he has to face. Because
that
after realization,
so the body of Kumar Swami and the me of Kumar Swami, till they are alive, they may be facing past karma because the seed is already planted. But the
Okay.
Atma in Kumar Swami does not get affected. The Atma in Kumar Swami is not touched by that.
No, my question is here. The self-enlightened person, he expired, he dead. So he will take next birth or he will not take birth. That is my question.
How can he take next birth if he's an enlightened person? Enlightened person is liberated. If the
He's a self-realized person, na?
Yeah, same thing. If the self-realized person has till the moment of death, Kumar Swami, till the moment of death, if he remains self-realized, then will he take birth? Suppose I'm giving an example, please don't take literally. Okay? I'm giving an example. Suppose you are self-realized and after that you are having ganja and drugs and women and Rolex watches and Rolls Royce and everything, then can you be liberated?
Okay, sir. That I am not talking about. That self-realization, he continued for 1 month, 2 months after self-realization, he died.
No.
He was in the.
If the person is self-realized till the moment of death, if till the moment of death they are self-realized, they will be liberated and united with God. They will not come back.
Sir, until or unless, if God realization is there only, he will not have a birth because the Sanchit karma has to dissolve. The Sanchit karma will dissolve in the God's realization only. In the self-realization, God's
Okay, can I ask you?
Sanchit karma.
What is the difference between self-realization and God realization?
See, there is a difference because only I am saying that I am Atma, but I have to realize that Paramatma.
Kumar Swami,
Paramatma, is it not? I have to realize everywhere it is there, but I am.
Kumar Swami, when a self-realized person continues to live with self-realization, either he will become a samsari or he will become God realized. He cannot remain self-realized. Please understand this point also. Please understand clearly this point. A self-realized person, Kumar Swami, either he will go left or he will go right. You cannot be only self-realized. I hope you are understanding what I'm saying. The moment you say, I am Atma, that means Atma is Paramatma. If you understand I am Atma, but you fall in the samsara, then what I told, then you will not be liberated.
So yeah, my point is, I realized, and after 1 month without the God realization, I expired. I left my body. Then what is my fate?
So then you're not self-realized. Actually, the real meaning of self-realization, the real meaning of self-realization is also God realization. Self-realization, otherwise it is only knowledge of self-realization. The moment, Kumar Swami, the moment you get the realization, I am Atma, you see Atma everywhere. Otherwise, you only have the knowledge of self-realization. Knowledge of self-realization is not self-realization.
Sir, if that is the case, a self-realization person, so why it is taking so long time for God realization?
Doesn't take any time.
So many people are there, self-realized
No.
people, they have not
That-
real God realization. It is taking so
Kumar
much time.
Swami, Kumar
Why it
Swami,
is so much?
those people who are taking lot
Sir.
of time, those people who are taking lot of time from self-realization to God realization, those people have not attained self-realization. Are you getting my point? How to make you, how to? It is
Acha,
like
okay.
saying,
You mean to say is, no, you mean to say is self-realization, God realization is same point.
no, it's not the same point.
Same
but
point.
the moment,
What do you mean to say is
the
self-realization, God same point.
the moment it is, okay, let me explain to you. Please pay attention. If you throw the ball up in the air, is it the same as coming down? Or it's different?
It will come coming down.
No. Is it the same or it's
It
different?
will same. It will come.
No, it's not the same. Throwing the ball up is different
It is
and coming down is different. You agree?
opposite direction. Opposite
So,
direction. It will come.
agree. Now, if you throw the ball up,
Okay.
if you throw the ball up, can it go in the sky?
No.
Why?
Up to the energy level, up to whatever the energy used to push the ball, that up to that energy it will go. After that it will come down.
Why? Because of gravity. The power of gravity will pull it down.
Gravitational force.
Similarly,
Yes.
self-realization, the moment you have self-realization, it's like you're going up. You have to come to God realization. It is different. I'm just trying to make you understand the difference. But if you don't have self-realization, Kumar Swami, then there will be no God realization. Self-realization and God realization is just like throwing the ball up. The ball has to come down.
Okay, but I am having so many doubts regarding this because okay, I have gone to up to some level, but here my question was because, for example, sir, so many things. For example, you I am talking about yourself only. You are enlightened in the year 2014. Okay, still you are doing so many these services like contributing the knowledge to the people, contributing to some service to the people. So many things. Why you are all those things you are doing? Because to get the God's grace. This is the point here. So
First of all,
for the grace,
okay. First of all, I don't claim any enlightenment, all that. But the fact is,
one minute. Sir, what I mean to say is, in the self-realized person, the ego will translate to Atma. Okay? Ego will translate to Atma. Ego will be there in the self-realization person because he is having a desire of God's realization. Self, Atma and Paramatma duality is there. So in self-realized person, the ego will translate to Atma, but that will be spiritual ego. That is called spiritual ego. Duality is also there, God and myself.
And dear Kumar Swami, Kumar Swami.
Desire of I wanted to unite with the God. Points will be there. This also.
Unfortunately, your voice is going. Can you all hear Kumar Swami, or the voice is going up and down? Administrator, can you hear Kumar Swami clearly?
It's coming and going here.
Okay, your voice is coming and going. Dear Kumar Swami, as you were talking, let me ask you one question. Then what will the God realized person do? He will sit and do japa full day. What will God realized person do?
God's realized person, he will he will think that he is one with the God. He will.
And what he will
feel-
do? He will sit.
Yes.
He will sit like Buddha under the tree full time till he dies.
No, till he dies, he will be living normally.
So what's the
He will be
difference?
living.
What is the difference between self-realized and God-realized person?
Self-realized person also will think that he think that I am Atma. Say self-realized person, but God-realized person, what do you think? No, I am the part of a Paramatma. I am a Paramatma. He will say that I am with Paramatma, united with the God. He
So
will
I have given you.
feel like that.
I hope, I am praying that what I have given example to you, overnight you will understand, your Atma will absorb what I'm saying. A truly self-realized person has already started the journey towards God realization. It is only a matter of time for the ball to come down. If the person is not truly self-realized, he will not attain God realization. It takes time. When I realized many truths in 2014, it took me 1 year, 2 years for the ball to come down. For me to realize and experience God everywhere, it did not happen in 1 day. It takes its time. It needs the grace of the divine. And I don't claim anything. I am only saying, with all I've told all of you is I have realized some truths about life. I want to humbly share with you all. I don't claim to be attained any special darja or position in my life. Okay. So let us
Generally,
see.
sir, generally it happens with the enlightened people. They will try to share the knowledge with other people by means of writing the books, by knowledge, serving the knowledge. Like this, so many enlightened people, because earlier also Ramakrishna Paramahamsa has done, so Ramana Maharshi has done. So many people, enlightened people, they will do that. That is the nature, because they will think the whole world is a Brahman. So they will try to be
Okay.
along with the Brahman only. That
So
is the
I
line.
think
Okay,
I
sir.
think
Regarding this, regarding
you have many more questions. So you
this,
you kindly formulate the questions again for tomorrow, because your questions are not finished. I know. So tomorrow maybe you should start with your questions tomorrow.
okay, sir. Because this is very important. What I am thinking is, because some blocks are there, so I wanted to clear with Guruji. Say you are
Dear
our Guruji,
Mr. Kumar
who
Swami,
will clear all the.
when the light comes on, the darkness disappears. When the light comes on, you get
Yes.
light, enlightenment. Huh? If it goes off, then see, you are seeing the difference. No, you're seeing the difference. So we want the light to come on. Otherwise, you'll
Sir,
find only with
blinking,
the whole.
blinking coming.
Thank you.
Blinking
Tomorrow
is
we'll
coming.
come back. You come back with more questions tomorrow, Kumar Swami. Time is over. Thank you, everybody. Shivoham, and God bless you all.